So he cried, and his own bronze helmet flashed as Hector veered away from the heavy fighting, running after his men and caught them quickly. They'd not gone far, and he ran with eager strides as they bore Achilles' famous arms toward Troy. Standing far from the war and all its heartbreak, Hector exchanged his armor, handing his own gear to his battle-hungry troops to return to holy Troy, and donned the deathless arms of Peleus his son Achilles, arms the gods of the sky once gave his loving father. And Peleus passed them on to his son when he grew old, but the son would not grow old in his father's armor. Now, when Zeus, who arrays the clouds, saw Hector from afar, strapping on the gear of Peleus his godlike son, he shook his head and addressed his own deep heart. Poor soldier, never a thought of death weighs down your spirit now, yet death is right beside you. You don the deathless arms of a great fighter, and all other fighters tremble before him, true. But you killed his comrade, gentle, strong, and against all rights you ripped the immortal armor off his head and shoulders. So great power for the moment I will grant you to compensate for all that is to come. Never again will you return from battle, Hector, nor will Andromache take that famous armor, Achilles' deathless armor, from your hands. So he decreed, and the son of Cronus bowed his craggy dark brows. Zeus fitted the armor tightly on Hector's body, and Ares surged in his heart with awesome force, filling his limbs with power and fighting strength. And on he strode amidst his illustrious Trojan allies, calling out with wild cries, now flashing before them all in the gleaming battle gear of great-hearted Achilles. He ranged their ranks, inspiring every captain, commanding Mesthles, Glaucus, Medon, Thersilochus, Asteropaeus, Deisenor, Hippothous, Phorcus, Chromius, Ennomus too, who could read the flight of birds. Hector drove them on with winging orders. Hear me, numberless tribes of allies living round our borders. I neither sought nor needed enormous hordes of men that day I called you here, each from your own city. What I needed was men to shield our helpless children, fighting men to defend our Trojan women, all out, against these savage Argives. That goal in mind, I bleed my own people for gifts and food, so I can build your courage, each and every man. So now, each of you, turn straight for the enemy, live or die. That is the lovely give and take of war. That man who drags Patroclus back to Trojan charioteers, dead as Patroclus is, and makes great Ajax yield. To him I will give 1/2 the bloody spoils. Keep half for myself, his glory will equal mine. Strong vow, and they bore straight down on the Argives full force, shaking their spears, their hearts fired with hopes of dragging Patroclus' body out from under Ajax. Fools! Over the corpse he'd cut down crowds of men, though now at this point Ajax warned Menelaus, lord of the battle cry. Old friend, my prince, I lose hope that we alone, on our own power, can make it back from the fighting. I not only fear for our comrade's body, Patroclus will glut the dogs and birds of Troy, and all too soon, but I fear for my own head, for my own life, and yours too, Menelaus. Look at this cloud of war that blots out all the field, this Hector, this headlong death that stares us in the face. Quick, call to the chiefs, if one can hear you now. At that the prince of the battle cry complied with a high piercing shout that reached all troops. Friends, Lords of the Argives, O my captains, all who join the Atridae, Agamemnon and Menelaus, who drink wine at the king's expense and hold command of your own troops, your rank and fame from Zeus. Impossible now to pick you out, my captains, man by man. The battle blazes up so wildly. Forward, each on his own. You'll die of shame if the dogs of Ilium make Patroclus ripping sport.